Okay, we'll see if we can get this time. So, this video is kind of just poking around in an old, it's a G4, well, it was a 400, a G4 400 Sawtooth um, Mac computer from that I got in 2000, so about 22, 23 years ago. And this is, you can see it's running, it's the startup screen, all the extensions are loading up down there, booting into OS 9.2. I think this thing ran OS 8 when I first got it, 8.5 or something like that. And then I ran it mostly, you can see that over here I've got a bunch of different drives. There's I did audio on this thing for about 8 or 10 years, and this was my main box. And we're gonna try to just kind of skim through a few different things. It also ran for OS 10.4, which I think is Tiger. And for a long time I ran, it was kind of the main thing was OS 10.3.9, which was, I don't know, some kind of other cat, I don't know, Panther or something, I think, maybe. But yeah, so this was my main box. I've got Quake on here too, which has been kind of fun to play again. Just playing against the computer. I don't have the internet doesn't work anyways, and I mean, it probably could, I don't know, but I'm not messing around with that. So, but I've got some different audio things, and just it's kind of interesting just to look through menus, kind of take a look at this and just see how things worked. It's kind of crazy. Isn't there a system profiler or something? Yeah, so I updated the CPU in this thing at some point, and now it runs at 1.4 gigahertz. It's got a couple of gigs of RAM in it. It's actually a great little machine, still, for what it is. Works pretty cool. I think I actually have Photoshop in here, and yeah, I mean, I don't know that I used Photoshop yet so much. When I was just looking, and there was a Photoshop. Where was that? This here. I don't even know what this is. I was never good at Photoshop, really, but I would make like CD labels with it. So this was a CD label that I made. Looks for yeah, I remember trying to make that. I'm not, I was never good at doing that. I made better ones than that, but that's actually a pretty good example of my skills. This has got Final Cut Pro and iMovie, and I don't know, there's all kinds of interesting things on here. But the audio stuff, like Jam, Adaptec Jam, this is before Roxio bought Toast. It was Adaptec, and then they got rid of Jam, which was unfortunate. Cubase, which I need to find. I would love to get that to run again. Cubase 4.1. Before I used Pro Tools a lot, that was my jam. Coblo stuff. This Peak is in here. Let's run Peak for a minute. This is Peak 3, very old version of Peak. I don't know what it's having trouble with. It seemed like Peak used to crash a lot. Yeah, it seems to be crashing right now. Doesn't want to load anything. This was a great program for editing samples for the emulator. That it's not doing much of anything right now. Probably need to try it again. Let's do that. Let's try one more time. Okay. Let's just see. Yeah, so this is peak running. And yeah, select files. You can do all kinds of things. DSP things. Yeah, way cool. So that's what peak looked like back in the day. Let's see what Pro Tools looked like. I don't know what some of these are. Reason. I don't think Reason will run. No, I need. I know I have the discs, so I could authorize that, and maybe I'll do another video about that at some point. But let's just jump into Pro Tools. This is Pro Tools 5.1 LE. Pro Tools LE. Where's my applications? One more. There we go. That should make the waves run. I don't know what else to show, really. I mean, I think I have like one. There's a bunch of Pro Tools sessions on this, but only a couple that were made on this version of Pro Tools. And I'll have to, yeah, and this is, I actually did a video of this before, like a couple of years ago. I mean, a video similar to this one, and this, I'm hoping I can kind of do a better job. And but so this was Different Girl. This is a Mike Landgarten song, and it was actually tracked on this version of Pro Tools, and this would be like the real mix. And at the time, I think I had two screens, and I would put the mixer on one, and whatever, and so this is like a real mix. This thing sounds pretty good. Last time I heard it.
You came home this summer. You're a different girl, all wrapped up pretty, all around the world.
Yeah, so that's what that sounds like. And oh boy, I don't know what am I looking at? Where's my my groups? Is that all is on? Let's turn that off. And then like the drums here. Oh gosh. There's all kinds of playlists. I'm not really sure, but what I was thinking would just be kind of fun would be to just like, if I could pick some plugins to look at. And now that I'm here, I'm going like, oh my goodness, I don't even know what I'm looking at. So I've got a Renaissance compressor on the I got some EQs. These are all just like stock EQs. I thought I had wave. Well, I do. I've got this. This is a waves. Got the Renaissance. What's this? Wow. Deverb. Jeepers. Yeah, so where's the guitars? Where are they? Here's the organ. Let's listen to that for a second. I think what I used to do is I would I had the B4 organ would run in Cubase, but not in Pro Tools. So I'd have to switch over there to go get the organ parts. Here's a guitar. Yeah. Wow. So this is the guitar that went. You can hear the drums leaking into it. I'm looking for this. This was one fun one. There's a fun echo that was in there. There was a bunch of different. I think I had those Mooger Fooger thing. Yeah, this delay was a great delay. Anyways, so this is Pro Tools, kind of, I don't know what else to show. I mean, there's take a while to dig through this whole session or something. But yeah, Pro Tools, here we go, Pro Tools 5.1. I think it's 5.1.3 if you really look. Seems like that's what I remember running at the very end. And but yeah, pretty crazy just to see some of the, just the way these menus are set up. Everything's so different. And it's like, I don't even remember it being this way. Like, this is like a totally different program now. And it would probably just take me a little while to get back to using it. I mean, it's funny, I used to, it seems like I used to, I would EQ the drums all in Audio Suite, like making playlists. So I'm kind of surprised that there's not, like, the drums aren't, I don't have extra playlists for each instrument in the kit, because that would have been a thing. The way I would have done it, I would have gone and like EQ'd them and then gone and rendered them that way. So because this was tracked before this machine was 1.4 gigahertz, even though now it's like, I could run a few more plugins than, but not that many. The system bus was still 100 megahertz. So anyways, I thought it might be fun to just kind of take a quick look and see what was going on back in the day. And here it is. Crazy times. All right. Talk to you later.